Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. And in this lecture of SOLIDWORKS series, we will cover shell and wrap and intersect features. So for the shell purpose, it is very easy that it creates the solid body into a hollow body as shown in the demonstration icon. So let me first show you simple very example. Let me create some rectangle of dimension 200, 150 and the thickness will be 100. Then let's say I want to make a hollow cube which will have the no upper surface. We can say it is a basket with no upper surface, and there will be the boundary of edges of 10 mm thickness. So I will just go to shell, and it's a description that hollows out a part, leaving open the faces you select and creating a thin wall features on the remaining faces. If you do not select a face, shell creates a closed hollow model. So if we don't select the face and we want to make this, then like this, it will become a hollow now. Hollow means that it will be inside, it will be a hollow like this. This is basically a section view. Section view, I haven't discussed section view yet, so let me first tell you what section view can do. Section view cuts out the section of a body just for the better visualization and nothing else. It does not cut the part in actual, but in only in the virtual reality. So we can change the length of the value, we can change the planes which we want to see, we can change anything. We can also use our plane, our new generated planes to see the section view. We can also use two planes to just see the 45-degree part, 60-degree part. We can also do the section by body. It is a very handy and very useful tool. So in the if we do front plane and we can change the dimension by here, we can also change the dimension numerically. We can also change the degree. We can do anything we want from the section view. It is a very handy tool. So you can see that now it has become a hollow body, whereas when I created it was a solid body. One step to do so is using a extrude thin feature, and you can also use make a small rectangles and then using a boss extrude. But the most easy way is to do first create a solid body and then use a shell feature. So shell feature, if we don't use any face here, then the whole body get converted into a hollow body. But if we want to make a bucket, then we have to make the first face open. We can do it by cutting the surface using extrude cut, but we can also do it one single step by using the shell feature. Just clicking on the surface and clicking on tick, we get to see that the surface we selected has been removed, and now we have a 10 mm wall on four sides and bottom. So this is what a shell feature can do. We can use a multi thickness setting, but it's not usually recommended, not used. And now the other shell setting is using a multi-thickness setting. Means in multi-thickness setting, we can change the thickness of one side to according to what we need. Let's say I don't want this thing here. Let me just select this, and in this I don't want this thing, so I will select here this, and on this I want this side to be 20 mm thickness, and I want this side to have a 20 mm thickness, sorry, 15 mm thickness. Let's say this 15 mm thickness, 15 mm thickness, and first face to have 20 mm thickness. Then I will just click on OK, and you get to see that front face is removed. This surface have 15 and this has thickness 20. We can clearly see it. And let me select this and give it a dimension of 40. You can see now, clearly see what the multi-shell thickness setting can do, and it is a very handy tool. So now we have discussed the shell feature. Let's move toward the wrap feature. In the wrap feature, we can wrap anything on the front surface. Usually it is a closed contour sketch, and this must be a usually it has been used for the purpose of writing text, etc. Let me just select the sketch, and to write a text we use construction line. We can use up any line too, but construction is recommended. By clicking on the construction line and clicking on text, we have entered text mode. In the text mode, we see that we'll write hello SolidWorks. So we can change the dimension by clicking in bold, making it centric, making it downward, making it upward. We can reverse the spelling, and if we don't want to use document setting, we can use font. We can change the font to bold. We can change the font to colon empty. We can change the dimension from 3.5 to 7 8. So let's say click on OK. Now you see we have this, but you can see that SolidWorks is not completely here. So we can also change the distance between the words, but if you want to see the SolidWorks complete, we have to drag the line more to see the SolidWorks complete. Now there is a two things we can do for this. We can use simple extrude base, and then the hello SolidWorks can be shown from here. Let's say 2 mm dimension here, and by clicking on OK, we see that hello SolidWorks is being visible here. That's the one way to do so, but we can do it with the help of a wrap feature too. By clicking on sketch and clicking on wrap feature, we get to there three things. First is emboss, then we get the deboss, we then get the scribe. Scribe means it will not cut the surface, neither it will make the surface extrude. It will just carve on the surface. I will practically show you what this means. And this was wrap method is for the some surface, plane surface, and this is used usually for the subline surface, etc. We can use here this too. It does not okay, then we have selected the face. Sketch is already selected, and I want it currently the emboss is selected. So currently I have set the dimension to 1, means it will extrude 1 mm from the surface. By clicking on it, we have here our hello SolidWorks emboss using that feature. But I don't want it to extrude out, I want it to go extrude cut. So I will just click on the other thing and click on. Now you get to see that there is a cut for in the solid surface. This is what a wrap can do. And for the third, scribe, by clicking on it, you see that nothing, neither extruded nor cutted, just the imprint uh, happens on the surface. This can be done using a separate line too, but currently we are not discussing split line, we are discussing wrap feature. So that's how wrap feature can be used easily. It is a very handy and useful tool. So click deleting the extrude base, and now let me just show you how the intersect can work. For the intersect, there is a need of two solid bodies. So I have created one body, then I will now let me create another body. Let's create a slot here. Let me do this, drag here, drag here. Okay, 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 perfect. Now I am extrude basing it, I am non-merging them. So now you can see that there is a solid body, and from it the slot has been passing, so it is intersecting itself. Two bodies are intersecting itself, but don't want that. Here I want that the slot which I have created must must not touch the solid body. So there need to be a slot present in the solid body. But if I had this body, we see that there is no slot currently present. One way to do so is we can just use this thing and make the extrude cut on this body. So this slot is created. But there is another way to do so. Let me just delete this and extrude base. So the other thing we can do is using intersect. Intersect means it creates a separate body where the things are intersecting. Let's say this and these two. I want to see where they are intersecting. So first thing is this, second is this, and this is what we are intersecting. So this three bodies has been separated. I will uncheck the merge result and click on OK. Now you see that there are has been created three bodies. One body is this, second body is this, third body is this. So as I discussed earlier, that I want this to be a single body. So let me just create this into a single body. Let me combine, add. Now this is a single body, and let me show it again. And by hiding it, you get to see that the slot has been generated here using just a intersect feature. So it's a very handy tool. It can be used in many things. And for the front plane purpose, we can use a mirror thing to replicate this to an again. So let me first generate a plane, front plane. Let me do offset, and by clicking on the mirror and this, and on selecting body this, we get here the two bodies, two slots. Sorry, I let me just use these two. So now we have two slots and two rectangles just using a mirror command. So this was all about this lecture, and in this next lecture we will discuss the remaining features of SolidWorks. So thank you so much for watching this video.